Hey guys, so we are going to continue to talk about Indigenous people of the Amazon. Let's see, where can I go where I'm not blocking something. So when talking about Indigenous people of the Amazon, it is important to recognize the various threats that affect their lives. These threats, a lot of the times, also can affect our lives. We've talked about at the beginning of the year with the forest fires in the Amazon that were caused by things like deforestation, that affects the planet because the Amazon does provide 20% of the world's oxygen. But thinking about these Indigenous people of the Amazon, again, like we always talk about, each community or each group is going to have a very distinct culture. So just like Native Americans in the US, all the different tribes have different values, cultures, etc., and could be as different as the United States and South Africa or China or any other country you can think of. But with a similar environment, with human environment interaction and in adapting to certain environments, there are going to be similarities as well. So keeping that in mind as well. By some estimates, there are 77 to 84 tribes that have not yet made contact to the outside world. So if we really think back to the discovery of the discovery, depending on what perspective you're looking at, of the Americas, those were first contacts, right? So at that point, there were so many native peoples that had not been in contact with people of other places, right? Specifically Europeans, when we think about the Americas and those interactions of first contact. And when it's kind of mind-blowing to think there are still people that have yet to be contacted. And, we're not going to know that exact number. This video where it showed evidence of seeing people who hadn't been contacted. But obviously, we're not always going to have that evidence, so we can only know so much. So with a different, with a different graphic, this shows some more uncontacted people throughout regions of the world. So this is a little map here. It says 1 in India, 10 in this island country by Australia, Pacific areas. We can think of Moana, Pacific Islanders, but of course, many differences between the different communities there as well. 1 in Paraguay, and then 100 by this estimate in the Amazon region. But again, cannot be sure. We just know that there are many groups, many communities that have yet to have made contact.